Good morning. If you're just joining us, yesterday was obviously a pretty full-on day. Couple of lighthouses, some beaches and cliffs, and very little to eat through the day, which left me a bit knackered towards the end before I got my dinner. So I just got parked up at a just random lay-by, to be honest, down at Roddle, which is quite far down at the very south of the island. My plan today is to try and get the ferry over to Uist, which is in about an hour, so I should probably get moving and try and get that booked up. I had quite a trouble getting a phone signal here, especially one that's good enough to load any sort of websites or apps or anything like that, so I've not been able to book the ticket, but hopefully it won't be too busy. There is a very big line of cars that are booked, and half a dozen in front of me in the not booked line. So I think I might be a bit fit trying to get on to this ferry. Managed to just squeeze onto the boat. Definitely another advantage of just sleeping in the back of the car rather than having a camper van, because there's a few of the vans that went in front of me but got left behind because they were using too much space compared to the car. Never really thought of that, I suppose, but then the smart thing would be to just book before you're setting off. I've not really got a plan for when I get to Uist. I have no real idea where I'm going to go because I didn't pick out any sort of landmarks or areas to go, which I thought I had. But we'll see when we get there. I might look into getting a hotel or a B&B or something for tonight because I really need a shower. And unfortunately all the campsites are closed because we're out of season and it's the middle of winter, so they are not an option. My first stop of the day was just West Beach with no purpose other than to get Nick's a nice big walk. She'd done really well through the night and on the ferry, so a good runabout is always a nice reward. You've always got to make sure that you cherish these moments. Unfortunately, the wee fluffy friends don't hang about as long as we do, so make the most of your time with them. Almost shit myself in that walk. While I was just out looking for locations, I stumbled across this. I don't know if it was an old quarry storage or something, but I'll see how long it is until you spot what's hiding there. Well, if you've not spotted it yet, you probably need to get your eyes tested. Just as I hit the peak of that small hill I was walking up the first time, I was lucky enough to spot this before Nix did and got her back in the car and grabbed my 150 to 600. This is when this lens really pays off, able to just get up really close to the animals without me getting too intrusive. It did obviously spot me and start walking about a wee bit, but managed to get some really nice shots before it jumped away over the fence and disappeared. I wouldn't class myself as a wildlife photographer by any means, but it's something that I do enjoy shooting, and I think it's quite nice just to capture, as well as the landscape, the animals that live within it. Very happy with that because I hadn't really caught anything at all today apart from a few fun snaps with Mix. And I don't know if I'm going to catch much else through the day, to be honest. It's not a massive photography area, Uist, but that's it. Checked it, really nice photos, really happy with them, a really nice impressive stag. After booking a wee camper van for the night, I was just driving about trying to find a location for sunset, and as it was creeping closer and closer, I was really struggling, which was a shame because it was an absolutely fantastic display put on by the clouds and the sun, and I ended up just at the side of this random road. So I think the last time I spoke to you was, the last bit I filmed then, I was jumping out of the car just to get a quick sunset photo. Absolutely incredible sunset with some great light rays just bouncing through those clouds. And once it dipped down into the lower layer of clouds, it just disappeared though. I struggled, I tried to get a location for it. But Uist is one of these places where a lot of it's still farmland, so you can't get down to the water very easily. It's hard to get to the beaches and the rocks and all that sort of stuff. I just ran out of time, so it was very much a jump out and snap where I was, which was an okay location, but the light was that impressive that it doesn't really matter. To be honest, it's still a nice photo, just not anything that's going to be getting hung and framed, etc. I managed to get a last minute Airbnb booked mainly just so that I can have a decent sleep, a decent meal. As good as the camping meals are that I get, it's still not the same. Like, they still have this rehydrated feeling to them, so it's good getting something with a bit of texture and stuff in it. So I've got a couple of chicken wraps and chips. But yeah, mainly I just need a good sleep and a shower. So plan for tomorrow is to get up for sunrise. I'll probably pack the car tonight and just shoot off quite early. Go back to those hills that have the walking sort of dotted around them. And it's probably going to end up just being a drone shot, I think, if the light adds up to anything. It's only like a 10-minute drive, I think, to get back to them as well. And then I will just float about and see what else I fancy. I've got a ferry back booked at this time. Thought ahead for, I think it's 4:10. And then after that, it's just a case of driving back home once I'm on the mainland. So yeah, I'll sign off for tonight. I can't really see going back out. I'm just a bit tired. And I'll check back in with you tomorrow morning, probably in a mad rush to try and catch sunrise, because I've not got out of my bed in time. Okay, dinner time. Good morning. I don't know if you can hear, but it is pretty windy outside. and there was absolutely no sunrise. I had a wee peek out and was a wee bit happy, I suppose, that the clouds were covering it, as it means you get to take your time getting up and have a nice wee cooked breakfast. Not a huge amount planned for today. I've got to be up at Lochmaddy for the ferry at about 4 o'clock. That leaves at 5. So until then, I'm just going to drive about the island and see what I can see. It's only just coming up for 9, so I've got absolutely tons of time. I might even treat myself to a wee nap in the afternoon. But yeah, we'll just see what the day gives us. You ever seen a man deep throat a breakfast burrito in one go? With fatigue well and truly set in, I was just relaxing and enjoying the area, not putting too much focus into hunting out locations. It's always handy when you find a wee old bone like this. In case you get sent to prison, they can be manufactured into a shank and hidden in your prison pouch, and that way they don't show up in metal detectors. As I said, I always enjoy getting these wee fun snaps of nicks. I mean, they're for nobody else but myself and family. But you do need to trick her into getting her into the right location at the right time. I definitely found myself shooting a lot more animals on Uist, partly just due to the fact the landscape, it was there but it was difficult, so I was kind of taking the easy option of I can just get a zoom lens and hey, there's some horses stuck in a field that look like emos. Took advantage of it, why not? They're beautiful looking horses and they're still very nice photos. So remember this guy? I've got to be up at Lochmaddy for the ferry at about 4 o'clock. Well, he was totally wrong. That was when the ferry got in to Skye. And I actually had to be up there for about 2ish, if I remember right. So the end of this video was just a mad dash to get up to the ferry in time. And luckily enough, I just for some reason decided to double check the times. So I did make it there, but with the weather turning, I didn't really miss out on too much. So yeah, bit of a sudden end to the video, but sometimes that's how things work out when you don't pay attention and don't plan. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the end of my travel hopping adventure for what ended up being Lewis, Harris and Uist. Some absolutely stunning islands, well worth a visit, and probably a new favourite, I would say. I really did enjoy them. I'm not sure how it would be in peak season during the summer. Obviously I had the places to myself most of the time. That's definitely not going to happen you're going to need to plan ahead, book your ferries, book your accommodation, and not just wing it like I did. So if you are going to come during any sort of holidays, make sure you take that into consideration. But as always, hope you enjoyed the video. The links are down below for Instagram, Ko-fi if you want to help support the channel. Like and a subscribe goes a long way, and a wee comment, just let me know how you felt the islands were, and have you been? Is it somewhere you would go, or did I miss any fantastic locations that I could add in next time? So thanks again and enjoy your day.